So welcome back into another scalping review session. So as you can see, we are on gold and we are reviewing some setups that I saw afterwards on the 20-tick chart, and we can go ahead and try to analyze it and have a thought about it in order to better ourselves and our trading. So as you can see over here, already zooming in. So the start of New York session is around there. I usually wait until 8:20 AM Eastern, which on this chart is the 2:20. But since there was some big news at 2:30, which is 8:30 AM Eastern, I would have waited in order to take a trade, but I waited to look at the setups that are coming after that. So as a scalper, what I see is that this is the candles of the news, and since it's a 20-tick chart, we have multiple small candles during the same minute. As you can see, this breakout is still during the 8:30 AM Eastern. We can see that probably the spread was higher, so this is a sort of hindsight setup, but we can see that we have a perfect break and retest of this candle, probably like when the sell is over there, which is printing this candle lows. We have probably the buy that is above there, so it's quite critical. And remember that this is in hindsight, it's not live trading. So this could be the first setup. I want to switch from a fixed scalping strategy like I was doing before the end of the summer, during the summer, but due to the lack of volume and do some actual other things, I was lacking some confidence in it because gold was not moving that much. So I wasn't really seeing, I was seeing a lot of missed opportunities and mishandled trades due to the fact that it was not trending that much. So as you can see over here, I'm probably switching a little bit into a pure scalping. So more of adaptive, more of mindful, but looking at the market structure and the chart scalping strategy. So the setup is actually absolutely the same. I also saw that probably I don't even need these lines, these PPLs as I call them. But anyway, this possible entry over here would have gone like 19-20 pips on the top. So depends on the entry. If the entry was with a spread, in this case, probably will not even reach 20 pips. But just as trying to understand how I would handle the entry over here and sort of trade management. Let's say that I enter exactly at this candle close. So this is my entry over here, and I don't want to have, I will have a fixed setup. I will fix stop loss, sorry. A fixed stop loss would be at first around 10 pips. So 10 pips from here, let's say it is below this candle. Yeah, let's say that is at this candle bodies. So this is the stop loss and is a 10 pip stop loss. So when I see, that's probably what I want to adapt into. I see this breakout and it's good. I see this big red candle is not good. Then I see these candle bodies are quite weak and are not trending. After news, I would want to see these candle bodies, this price action, if in a buy trade, even a bullish trade, a bullish bias. I would love to see that. But since I'm seeing this kind of volume, I'm not really sure. Anyway, I have my stop loss, and you can see that my PSA is this one. It doesn't get clearly broken. As you can see, we are only basically tapping it. It's like a 2 pip drawdown, so nothing really concerning. But what I really want to also adapt is that when then I see the price also with a small gap breaks above these highs, still reacting at these highs, but breaks and retest this order block over here. Tack, tack. It breaks and retests this order block. it's quite good. I mean, it's quite reassuring. Let me just want to do this over here. Okay, it's quite reassuring because now I'm seeing bullish momentum coming into the chart. And what I might do in this case is then adapt and adjust, sorry, my stop loss into the last low. So in this case, I would probably place it below these lows because I don't really want price to face another rejection, make a double top, and then go down. And if it breaks below these lows, it's quite likely that the price will continue down, at least to retest my TP. It's not like my TP is below there and I'm taking it out that early. No, the TP, the stop loss will be still close, and if it gets this level at 3-4 pips, it's also very likely that the price will get to 10 pips. So now my risk is very, very small. If you see, if my entry was there, my risk is like 3 pips. And when we go to like 19, now we are coming into some nice risk to reward. Of course, the first risk, I mean, if I risk 1%, is based on the 10 pip. So for example, you can see it below there. For like 0.1 lots, that's $11. So the main risk at the start of the trade is that. But then so to have a positive risk to reward, I will need at least 20 pips. But if I see that we are creating this pivot and the price action is moving up, then we can adjust this. The stop loss becomes 3 pips, but we are still on a 0.11. So it's not like, okay, now my risk to reward has to be about 3 pips. So 12 pips is more than enough. No, because most of the times, I mean, many times I will lose 10 pips. And if I win only 12, then the risk to reward is basically 1-to-1. And that's not what I want as a scalper. And maybe why do I take at 12? Maybe the price goes to 20. So this part of the TP is still quite a little bit something that I really want to understand and study more. But yeah, that's interesting. Price will go to up to until around, let's say, 20 pips over there, and then reverse. So then this is the first scalp analysis, but then what we see is that we are making a strong rejection, lots and lots of red candles, and we can see that the red candles are giving us a lot of information. Look, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 9 bullish candles with at least the double of bearish candles. We are breaking the last low. As you can see, the price breaks below these lows. There's nothing stopping it. If it breaks below this low and is not getting rejected over here, because the price could have gone down, up now, and my stop loss being below there will still be okay. But still, if the price breaks below, then it's likely that the price will go at least to this 10 pips, which was my original stop loss. So that for me would be an unnecessary loss of 7 more pips. Then what I see is that, okay, price is breaking down, is breaking below these lows. If I got a retest of these lows, then in this case, if I got this candle coming below to there, this is a possible entry for the sell side, because I'm expecting price to retest these lows, or maybe even better, to retest these lows. These are the last PSA. We can see that it broke and retested this previous higher low that we were looking at from this bullish standpoint. We see, okay, now this is good that this is a retest. When we break below with 1, 2, 3 strong bearish candles and we retest this level multiple times, we can start to switch into a bearish very low time frame, short period bearish bias. If we got a retest of these lows, then we would have got possible another setup, but this is not the case. So then what are we looking for? What am I looking for? What I'm actually looking for is a lower low being created and being printed. So where we can see the first lower low over here. So this one is not really too much valuable because it gets immediately engulfed. But now we have this pivot that is getting some value, I would say. We're not breaking below, and we are retesting it, and then we are engulfing these candles. Then we are retesting it. I mean, this is sort of, it's a bearish price action because you can see that each bullish candle gets engulfed by a bearish one, and that's very good. But it's not really a place where I will have a safe entry, I would say. So the one that I charted up is actually this one, because you can see that now this is where we're getting another low, and then this is a very strong engulfing candle with a retest. This retest could also be even this retest, the entry, or maybe we can wait. We have if we miss that, we have a clear, you can see this is a strong pivot after this bullish bearish candle. This is a strong lower low being created, gets clearly broken and retested on the dot. 1, 2, 3 candles failing to break above. This is our entry. So again, so if this is our entry, and now we are like 15 minutes after the news, so the spread is absolutely nice. So the entry would be over there. Stop loss, original stop loss of 10 pips would probably cover all this price action, which is very good. 10 pips would be over there above this candle body highs. That's good. Now, what do we want to look for? We want, I mean, there is no PSA on the left hand side. If we go, we go. Again, when the price is moving down, when we are seeing this strength in the bearish trend, that is very strong, as you can see, no really need of you're not afraid because there's a sequence of bearish candles, so there isn't any reason to cover your sell. Your stop loss can be adjusted and be placed above these highs, or even at break even after a while. This is just a 2 pips trade. Just this scalp is going to around 30 pips. I will say now, I will adjust it. I will want to, because that's what I saw from successful traders do. I want to cover my position. So this was my original one. Gets adjusted over there. And okay. This is my entry. This is my setup circle. So I want to sell when there's a lot of momentum. The only thing is that, okay, as long as we are moving below 20 pips, we are reaching basically 40 pips. So I will not say that I'm going to take 40 pips, but maybe I take it in the middle of the here. It's still at 30 pips. And at the end of the day, we only risked, so let's go back to normal. Okay, at the end of the day, we only risked realistically. Okay, I don't know what happened over there. Okay, at the end of the day, we only risked like 3 pips because the price immediately went into our direction. So our TP, we might take it, we might take profits over there, and that's a very good risk to reward ratio. Even especially, I mean, if the first one was a loss, in this case, we can take this win. Then the price, as we can see, is moving into a range because we want to see these lows being broken. These highs, again, are not being broken. These lows are not being broken. Maybe there's some sort of, there's a point to say that maybe I might sell below these lows if I want to take it, risk it for the biscuit. sorry. Then we might take a possible sell below there because price is making a double top, is retesting this low, this last low, this last pivot, and we might even want to take this sell. Of course, as you can see, in this case, you first have a 10 pips stop loss. This will be a high risk, high reward entry, but let's analyze it. So we have this entry over here on the sell side, of course. At this bullish candle, we have the stop loss. I don't know if that's the case. No, yeah, it's around over there. Okay, this is the original stop loss, but the same thing happens. So price is now creating, it goes into a low, but then fails to break below. Then what we see, we want to identify this area. This is okay. A new, possibly a new lower high is not the best entry, but then we see that we have this continuation of bullish. So that's where we are creating the pivot, and that's where we adjust the stop loss to above these highs. So it's not much, but we are still saving like 3 pips. So it's now becoming a 6 pip loss instead of a 10 pip loss. And that's good because we took 30 pips win after taking a 3 pips loss. Even at taking now a 6 pip loss, it's okay. We are still highly profitable for the day. So this will be the case, and then of course we will get stopped out. Then let's continue. We want to see these lows being broken. These highs are not getting broken. We are not seeing strong price action. And again, the same thing. Maybe after 2 trades, I'm not going to immediately take these ones as well. So I'm not going to take these ones. I want to see the trend coming back, because if you see over here, there's a very high chance that the price will continue down. But now, after seeing this price action, that is not trending anymore. Now we are stuck in this trade range. It's not like here you are absolutely expecting price to continue down. I want to see the price break below these lows in order to continue bearish. Then what we see is that this is after the new 4-hour candle. So we are seeing a very strong bullish continuation and momentum. You can see that from these lows, you can see failing exactly at that level, failing to break. We are seeing a strong bullish momentum. It's very unlikely. It's very difficult to catch it because there is no retest of, for example, this break of this order block. But this will be the same thing. Why should I say that the price is continuing bullish right now? So if you see, you are right in this, you are over here, you are over there. Why would you think that this is a bullish continuation? No, we are still in the middle of the range. Price is going nowhere. I want to see the price to break above here. Unluckily, we don't have any retest of this area. That would have been absolutely golden. If this candle would have gone over there, that would have been a perfect entry. So we missed it. There's no retest of this area neither. So now we're making a new high. Yes, that was a nice 20-30 pips run, but we missed on it. Then what we see is this. We see that the price, after going into a trend, remember that I like the price trending. So it's not like I don't want it to be into another block. It's not like it has to trend bearish in order to enter. As you can see, price now is showing weakness over there. Let me show you that. Weakness over here, strong bearish candles, a new pivot created. As you can see, we have these lows now being respected, but still fails to break above. So now we have this pivot. When it gets broken on the bearish side, that's where we can have a bearish scalp. As you can see over here, this is the setup. If I miss the first one, you have another one. This is the setup with a possible sell entry. Again, this is over here at this bullish candle. The stop loss 10 pip will be, let's see, yeah, okay, below this candle, this is over there, this is a 10 pip stop loss, and you can see that the price moves into a little bit of a, it creates a new lower high, but gets respected this previous price sensitivity area on the left hand side. So then when we see that the price is actually continuing bearish, and we can see that the momentum is going, especially we are reassured that price is breaking below and staying below this last low. This is also a possible re-entry or adding, where we can add some position. I'm not really adding, as a scalping, I like to really simply have my position, which is my full 1% position from the first trade, but it's absolutely good, golden, because now we can adjust the stop loss and put it above these highs. Now the stop loss is becoming like a 5 pip stop loss instead of a 10. So we are halving our risk. And we can see that price goes to like 25 pips. I'm not really sure where I will sell. Probably, as you can see, we are approaching these lows. Probably when we have some momentum around 20 pips. Yeah, around 20 pips would also make sense. That's because also we have now reduced our loss, possible loss. So now is becoming a good risk to reward, which will become a profitable trade. So as you can see, now this will be a winning trade. Now we have these highs, it gets broken. This, as you can see, price is trending. So I'm not sure that I will actually be able to take these buys over there. This will be very big balls buys, but probably just in hindsight. But yeah, probably just very hindsighty. But yeah, price is showing us some good momentum on the bullish side, as you can see. So if we get a breakout above these highs, that is quite convincing. In this case, I would love to take another chance at a buy because I mean price is trending, there's volume. We're coming into New York Stock Exchange opening, so probably we'll wait for that. Okay, we have a breakout. So now this is New York Stock Exchange opening. You can see that the price was going, coming and going from this area. So now I would adjust it, I would update it. So now this is my area of interest for possible buys. Let's see if the price will give us some clear-cut break and retest on the upside. Okay, I would love this candle, for example. So I would probably take this buy. This buy over here, as you can see, let me put it over here, would be this one. Entry at this candle, at this bearish candle. Okay, so that's the close. So the stop loss, original stop loss will be 10 pip, will be at this bullish candle over here. So this will be the original stop loss. And as you can see, we have a sequence of very nice and strong bullish candles. I can already see that the price will not go to around 20 pips. I will not, it will only go to like 14, 15. So I don't think that I will take that scalp. But when we see this bullish price action, I will probably place the stop loss below there. Placing the stop loss below there, what does it mean? It means that we are reducing our risk to a 4 pip risk. So as you can see, we had a 20 pips, a 30 pip win, and then we have a 6 pip loss. So let's recap it. So we had 3 pips, 3 minus 6, let's say 7 minus, now this will be a 5 plus, but we have a plus, let's do it in green. We have a 20 plus 30 so far. So you can see that this is still hugely profitable for the day. And let's see this one. So this one is of course already counted as a loss because we can see that the price will not will take out our stop loss over here. So yeah, we can also even do it like this. And so this will be our loss, scalp loss, because it's only going to around 15 pips, which is not a scalp that I will take, a take profit that I will take. So now this can also give us some room for a sell, but that will be quite early, I would say. Just in insight, this can really be some nice scalp. You can see it over here, the strong bearish momentum, and this possible, so let me do it like this, just for record. We have these lows, and then this could be our entry. As you can see, gets retested, price is going, we move the stop loss above these highs. You can see that it gets respected, and then it continues down. But, oopsie. Okay, so let's see, this one is a sell, and I think it's a loss. Yeah, this is a loss because it's a, no, I mean, it's not even a loss because it's 8 pips. So we take an entry, we take this entry. So let's not consider this one because we didn't take it. This one over here is getting over there. Okay, so now this one gets removed. So we see what we see over here on the chart is that the price is making an order block and then is breaking below. So it's volume time, New York Stock Exchange opening already, making a top wick and then going down. We break below the order block, and that's our possible entry. So our entry means that it's at this bullish candle over here. We have the original stop loss, it's at 10 pips. 10 pips is around there. This is 11, yeah, it's exactly above the order block. So it's over there. We get into a little bit of a drawdown, but since gold doesn't have a huge spread, it's usually 1 pip or less, this is safe. And when then the price starts to move down in our direction, that's where we can adjust the stop loss and place it above here. Doesn't make much of a difference, but still it's 1 or 2 pips. And we can see that now we are risking around 8-9 pips, and we are moving into a 20-30 pips. 30 pips seems like a reasonable target, and we sell in the momentum. We sell with the momentum. So let's say that we buy over there. So this will make it for another 27 pip win. Yeah, we risked, even in this case, we risked 10 pips at the start, but the actual risk to reward ratio is getting good. And then this is at 1 hour ago, at 10 a.m. Eastern. Well, this is the same. There's not a lot of volume, but the price is showing us some bullish momentum. It's not that strong. I don't know if I will be still trading, but anyway, just for backtesting purposes, you can see that we would have this clean breakout. This is a strong breakout. I don't know where the price will go. This will be okay. This will be our possible entry over there. Stop loss, original stop loss will be 10 pip below these lows. This will be our original stop loss. So let's see together where the price action is going. I would love to take a 20 pip to close off the day, but I want to see if we are breaking above these highs. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so let's see over here. what the price is doing. For example, right now, if the price action, if the of course now this is not true. Of course, this is the entry. Our original stop loss is still over here. Now, what I want to see is exactly that. Yeah, okay. If I see now a bullish movement, a bullish impulse and momentum, then in this case, I will move my stop loss below these lows. For example, let's see now what the price action is doing. Okay, so for example, over here, I will place the stop loss now below these lows and I will move it from there to there. So this will now only be around 3 pips of risk. And now in this case, I will gladly take a 20 pip scalp to close off the day. Okay, yeah, that's good. It goes to 20 pips and I can close off the day. I sell, as you can see, I sell into the impulse. I sell into the spike up. So this was our first stop loss was there, and we moved it to the upside. We are feeling better about our position because the price is staying above these last highs, which is the same place where you could add more to your position. We said that our entry was below at this level, at this candle. 20 pips into the impulse move makes a lot of sense to take, as you can see over there. So yeah, that will be the TP. This will be the last trade on gold for the day. So as you can see over here, just plus 20. That will be like 7 trades, 3 losses, 4 wins, and absolutely good. And yeah, let's see how it goes with this setup. Because of course, first day that I tried, that I see it, the setup is always the same. But I mean, as you can see also in the last half an hour, there were some sells that we could have taken. For example, these sells, last higher low getting retest, you can see, and then going into profits. Then you get the pivot. You want to take this sell, but I mean, there's not much volume. This gets getting a little bit lucky, I would say. It's not like there's a huge volume that is going into that direction. There was some spike over there. And then the price will continue down. Let's see. This retest is not really, it's not retesting anything. It's retesting this PSA, but it's not really something that we could predict. We have this pivot, but without a retest. So quite a little bit of wow, yeah, it's moving down. It's absolutely crushing it. And yeah, we scalped it on the upside. We could have scalped again on the downside. Same things is applying as long as there's volume, as long as up until London close usually is my time. You have further scalp trade opportunities. You get your profit. Here there's no entry, as you can see, because the candle is just spiking up. Then you have this, yeah, actually this is the last pivot. So here there's no entry. Here this possible entry. And as you can see, they have no drawdown. Yes, this one will go to like a 45 pip win, but as a scalp, as I'm showing, this would have been more than enough. So for gold, that's it. I wanted to highlight something. Oops, where was it? Okay, also on EurUsd. EurUsd is going on the opposite side, opposite direction. So it's a sign that it's not a gold weak. It's a gold weakness. It's not a dollar weakness. No, it's not a dollar strength, but it's a gold weakness. We can see that we have these highs, but we are not getting any retest. But during the London session, we had some nice scalps. As you can see on EurUsd, each candle is a little bit smaller, so we can see that some smaller retests are needed, not really the same bearish candles that are used on gold. But as you can see over here, also This one is the old one. This is the last pivot on the lows. We had already an entry over there, as you can see, because price is breaking below these lows, but this is the last pivot and was also used in the past, but this is the last one. Very high risk reward entry. And same thing with the stop loss. At first it's at 2.5 pips, but then when it goes, it immediately goes to 10 pips. So there's no real direction. This one is actually a trade that I took. So as you can see, price is making a pivot, breaking below, retesting it. There's only 1.4 pips of drawdown. I didn't manage it, I just saw the TP, which was quite lucky, I would say. But in this case, over here, probably I would have placed it, the stop loss over there, which would be like a 1.4 instead of the original TP of 2.5. Then again, what I see is that price is making now a double bottom because it's retesting these lows and failing to break below. It's failing to actually make a consistent break below that. We see a correction. Price is breaking and retesting. It's not really exactly. This is quite a little more difficult. An entry will be over there, would be like a 9 pips. And yeah, I would say quite risky, I would say. But remember that there's no spread. Again, price is moving into a bit of a range. Then we have and see some more bullish price action. And we have a clear breakout, also breaking out from these old lows, old highs, retesting now exactly this last pivot. And this could be our entry for more than 10 pips. 10 pips is now, as you can see, you are selling into the upside move. The stop loss was never even a risk. So when the price is going over there, you can place it even a break even, or from 2.5 pips, you can place it just, basically 0.5 pips. Then again, the same thing, we see the bearish move. I think it's the same time as it was happening on gold. We see that there's a breakout, a retest of these lows. We enter, but it's at 2.8 pips. It wanted to retest these highs. So now we get stopped out, but then we see some strong bearish momentum. We break below these lows, we enter, and then again another loss. So in this case, that will be another loss. Really no entry, no bullish entry, I would say, until probably over here. Yeah, this goes only 8 pips before coming back down and stop loss. It's only later on that just a few minutes ago that price will break above this last one. I would want a retest of these highs and then continue up. EurUsd is very good on the as will be already 1, 2, 3, 4 wins. EurUsd is very good because it doesn't have any spread, while at the same time gold has, as you can see, what's the spread? 1 pip spread, I would say, because we are on the demo, on the live. Yeah, it's a 1 pip spread, so might be a little bit trickier to trade on such a small time frame. But anyway, yeah, that's very good. You saw that, yeah, with 1 pip spread, even this one would be safe by a little bit and then continue into our direction. And all the previous ones will be retested, will be adjusted afterwards. So yeah, even a 20 pip scalp will be okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little bit of a long time that I wasn't posting anything, and I see you next time.